Hello, you're watching Vnews Bulletin. I'm Bangor from North, and now the headlines as usual. Party chief's book on socialism makes debut. Vietnam co-chairs OECD Southeast Asian Program. And Phong Nha Cape Nine tours offer visitors a new experience. National Assembly Chairman Vnews paid a working visit to Hai Phong City on February 9th. We have more in the following report.
At the meeting with the standing board of the Hai Phong Party Committee, Chairman Hui praised achievements the city gained in 2021 despite the COVID-19 pandemic's impacts. Hui agreed with the key plans and tasks identified to realize targets for this year, asking Hai Phong to immediately get out to business as the Lunar New Year holiday was over. It needs to press on with removing obstacles facing enterprises and people, swiftly carry out anti-pandemic tasks, and drastically implement the government's and National Assembly's directions on socio-economic recovery and development, Hui noted. On the same day, the top legislator attended the groundbreaking ceremony of a PBAT biodegradable resin factory project in Nam Vu Industrial Park. With a desired capacity of 30,000 tons per year, this will be the first green material manufacturing plant in Southeast Asia.
A book named several theoretical and practical issues on socialism and the path toward socialism in Vietnam by Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng was made debut on February 9th.
According to some experts, the book selects 29 articles and speeches by General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng since the preparations of documents of the 30th National Party Congress. The general content of those articles and speeches is a dialectical analysis and true explanations for big questions about socialism and the path to socialism in Vietnam as the party leader. The articles have clarified the essence and core values of socialism in the spheres of politics, economics, the building of the party and the political system, social, culture, defense, security, and external with simple expressions which are easy to understand for all classes of people. The book aims to serve theoretical studies and raise public awareness of socialism and the path to socialism in Vietnam among officers, party members, and people, thus creating a consensus in thinking in entire society. Along with the printed version, the National Political Publishing House also introduced an electronic version of this book.
We should receive an updated news more in the following. Vietnam and Australia have officially assumed the role of co-chairs of the Southeast Asia Regional Program under the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development for the term 2022 to 2025 from Thailand and the Republic of Korea. Speaking at the second Southeast Asia Regional Program Ministerial meeting on February 9th in Seoul, Foreign Minister Bùi Thanh Sơn proposed 3 areas of cooperation to strengthen the partnership between the OECD and ASEAN in the coming time. Among others, Sơn suggested the OECD continue to support ASEAN and regional countries in the digital transformation process, as well as in developing a low-carbon economy. At the meeting, a memorandum of understanding between ASEAN and the OECD was signed. With 31 areas of cooperation, this memorandum of understanding creates an important framework for enhancing the partnership between two organizations in the coming time. On this occasion, Foreign Minister Bùi Thanh Sơn received Matthias Koman, Secretary General of the OECD, and Stanislav Vratskan, Secretary of State, Acting Minister of Development Cooperation of Slovenia. Vietnam is expected to become a new production hub of the world as made in Vietnam products are winning larger shares in the international market, according to Russia's Sputnik news agency.
The news agency noted that last year, Vietnam enjoyed good results in foreign direct investment administration and drew hundreds of millions of US dollars right in the beginning of 2022. This showed the strong confidence of investors, including many giant firms such as Foxconn, Lego, and Nike in the country's economic prospects. Sputnik cited statistics from General Department of Vietnam Customs showing that Vietnam earned a record amount of more than $57 billion from exporting telephones and accessories in 2021, a rise of more than 12% year-on-year, and a 25-fold increase from the $2.3 billion recorded in 2010. Experts held that the number of orders from Vietnam is rising thanks to the strong workforce and low labor costs, along with smooth investment environment, stable political situation, good infrastructure, attractive incentives for investors, and the country's success in pandemic control, Sputnik highlighted.
Vietnam's manufacturing industry recorded a steady increase in output and orders in January, while the number of jobs also rose for the second consecutive month, according to a newly released report of London-based information provider IHS Markit.
The Vietnam Manufacturing Purchasing Managers Index, or PMI, rose to 53.7 in January 2022 from 52.5 in December 2021. It signals a solid improvement in business conditions that was the most marked since April last year. Both output and new orders increased at a high rate in the opening month of the year as customer demand continued to enhance. Experts attributed the improvement in total new orders to foreign enterprises activities with the fastest growth rate since November 2018. A rise in employment was recorded in January as companies continued to rebuild their workforce following the Delta wave of the pandemic in 2021. According to IHS Markit, the increase in employment enabled manufacturers to keep on top of workload despite sharper growth of new orders.
Between 80 and 95% of employees at enterprises in the southern largest economic hub of Ho Chi Minh City returned to work on February 8th after the Lunar New Year holiday.
According to the Labor Management Divisions under the Ho Chi Minh City Export Processing Zones and Industrial Park Authority, the rate of workers back to work after Tet holiday is 82%. The unit is managing 17 industrial zones with 273,000 employees. Some factories of the Vietnam Textile and Garment Group witnessed almost 100% of workers back to work. After the Tet holiday, most of the employees wanted to back to work early to improve their lives after struggling with the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. In Hanoi, 90.24% of the plants had resumed operations, and 96.13% of workers had returned to work as of 10 a.m. on February 7, or the first working day following the Lunar New Year holiday, according to the Hanoi Federation of Labor.
According to the Da Nang Department of Culture, Sports and Tourism, the total number of visitors to the city during the Lunar New Year reached around 36,000, up nearly 17% compared to last year. Some 400 flights on 8 domestic routes brought visitors to Da Nang during Tet. The total number of guests staying overnight stood at 25,500, primarily Vietnamese travelers. Leading local attractions include Marble Mountains, the Nikazuki Water Park, and Son Cha Peninsula. Many accommodation establishments have provided additional conference and banquet services and also cut room tariffs by 30 to 50%. Most visitors to Da Nang are independent travelers and book their accommodation close to the date of their arrivals, which peak from the 2nd to the 5th day of the Lunar New Year, mostly at 5- or 4-star hotels along the coast. Along with growing numbers of Vietnamese visitors, Da Nang's tourism sector also expects to welcome international visitors once again sometime in the first quarter. The Phong Nha Kẻ Bàng Tourism Center has introduced a number of new tourism experiences. Among the most unique are tours exploring Phong Nha Cave at night, a new tourism offering that promises to attract more visitors to Quang Binh Province.
Quang Binh Province tourism industry was heavily affected by COVID-19, with visitor numbers down sharply compared to previous years. To give the industry a boost, Quang Binh has introduced a 20% discount on entry tickets to Phong Nha Cave until the end of the year and launched new offerings, including tours to explore the cave's mysterious depths at night.
I visited Phong Nha years ago, but this recent trip felt like a very different journey. We discovered Phong Nha in a natural and comfortable way.
Unlike existing Phong Cave discovery tours, the new offering starts in the evening, with visitors taken to kayaks to discover stalactites and ancient champagne craters carved into cliffs and ancient jars, as well as historical relics.
The purpose of these tours is to diversify our offerings and have visitors explore the cave at night. I am sure that those looking for a new experience will be more than satisfied with these new tours.
After discovering the mysterious beauty of Phong Nha at night, visitors then enjoy an outdoor BBQ. It really is a fascinating adventure and a new experience in the Year of the Tiger, helping to relieve stress after hard days at work.
Vietnamese spring rolls are considered as one of the most favorite dishes of French people, along with Japanese sushi and American popcorn. French television channel TF1 on February 7th had a report on the trend of French people who are becoming more interested in foreign cuisine. According to the report, food and related items from Mexico, Vietnam, or India are increasingly attracting customers. Statistics of the Carrefour supermarket chain in France showed that among the most popular foreign culinary products, Vietnam's traditional spring rolls ranked third, accounting for 90% of sales of foreign goods last year. Spring roll or nam in Vietnamese is an indispensable dish during Lunar New Year meals of Vietnamese people. This Vietnamese specialty has also become favorite of many visiting foreigners. Nam is an ensemble of natural ingredients and flavors, including rice paper, pork belly, eggs, sea crab, and onion. The stuffing is minced, seasoned, and kneaded together with all colors of the spring. Spring roll has been listed among the top 10 culinary dishes, according to CNN Travel's voters. Hoi An is an attractive destination for local people and tourists during Tết, offering an opportunity to return to Vietnam's cultural values and the traditions they have created.
Days in Hoi An ancient town during Tết are not too crowded, but a spring atmosphere still feels in the air. For international visitors, a trip to Hoi An during Tết is also an opportunity to experience and learn about Vietnamese culture.
This is our family's first visit to Hoi An, and the Tết atmosphere here is quite exciting.
In addition to visiting the ancient town, heading to pagodas at the beginning of the year is also a popular cultural event.
Vietnamese people believe in visiting pagodas to pray for a peaceful and lucky New Year.
The Hoi An Cultural Heritage Management and Preservation Center has organized many traditional folk arts and cultural programs for tourists. Preventive measures against the pandemic are staying in place.
It's very peaceful here and the people are quiet. I think Hoi An is a lucky place for my family to visit at the beginning of the year.
I hope that the pandemic will pass quickly and that Vietnam and its economy will develop and local tourism will become better known.
Traveling to their town during Tết is also an opportunity to experience the cultural values that have provided the foundation for many of Vietnam's traditions.
And that's wrap up our news bulletin. Thanks for watching. As soon as time.